In the last few years, weather systems and their effects have taken on a new prominence in the minds of most of the world's population. The effects of climate change and its impact on global weather patterns have given rise to increasingly unusual occurrences which affect all aspects of modern life. What may be the most familiar weather phenomena, El Niño and La Niña, which occur in the eastern Pacific off the coast of Peru, has a direct correlation to the number of storms which form in the Atlantic Ocean during the hurricane season. A warm current of water that appears every 3 to 7 years, El Niño is observed when the easterly trade winds weaken, allowing warmer waters off the western Pacific to migrate eastward and eventually reach the South American coast. In contrast, La Niña refers to an anomaly of unusually cold sea surface temperatures found in the eastern tropical Pacific. Empirical evidence shows that the number of hurricanes that form in the Atlantic Ocean during El Niño years is fewer than what occurs in La Niña years. A hurricane is an intense rotating weather system that can possess maximum sustained winds exceeding 119 kilometers per hour or 74 miles per hour. It forms and intensifies over tropical oceanic regions such as those that exist in the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, where rotating storms can vary from a tropical depression to a Category 5 hurricane. A lot depends on the environment through which the storm passes, however. While hurricanes pose the greatest threat to life and property, tropical depressions and tropical storms can also be devastating. Statistical data from the National Hurricane Center has indicated that in any year, 10 tropical storms are expected to form in the Atlantic Hurricane Basin. 6 will develop into hurricanes, while 2 will go on to become major hurricanes. In the Caribbean, the official hurricane season begins on June 1st and ends on November 30th. This falls within the rainy season in Trinidad and Tobago, which ends on December 31st. During this time, the passage of tropical waves, weather disturbances that form over Africa and subsequently move westwards, bring periods of showers, some heavy and thundery. A tropical wave can cause 2 days of intermittent showers, which are sometimes accompanied by gusty winds. When tropical storms and hurricanes that form in the Atlantic Ocean pass north of Trinidad and Tobago, they cause the ambient wind over land to weaken considerably. This causes heavy afternoon showers and thunder showers, mainly over western areas of Trinidad. Tropical storms and hurricanes are associated with strong winds, prolonged heavy rainfall, and storm surges which cause seawater to come over coastal areas and high seas or large waves. Roofs can be blown off, trees can be felled, and flooding can occur. In urban areas, flooding is generally limited to the type that causes roadways to be submerged, traffic to become congested, and pedestrian movement to be impeded. This type of flooding is generally brought on by poor drainage. In cities located in coastal areas, street flooding may be hard to predict, as even moderate precipitation may lead to flooding when combined with high tides. Severe weather, however, can cause flash flooding. More severe than street flooding, flash floods occur as a result of a greater and more rapid runoff of rainwater. Relatively shallow watercourses overflow, and large areas are flooded, or, in a worst-case scenario, engulfed by fast-flowing water. In the event of severe weather, there are some basic precautions that everyone should know. In the event of severe thunderstorms, if you are in a forest, seek shelter in a low area under a thick growth of small trees. If you are in an open area, go to a low place such as a ravine or valley. Be alert for flash floods. If you are on open water, get to land and find shelter immediately. Anywhere you feel your hair stand on end, which indicates that lightning is about to strike, squat low to the ground on the balls of your feet. Place your hands over your ears and your head between your knees. Make yourself the smallest target possible and minimize your contact to the ground. Do not lie flat on the ground. In the event of flooding, get to higher ground immediately. Never cross running flood water. Be especially careful at night. In the event of a hurricane, secure your home and secure outdoor objects or bring them indoors. Stay indoors during the hurricane and away from windows and glass doors. Ensure a supply of water for sanitary purposes, such as cleaning and flushing toilets. Evacuate if you are directed to do so by the authorities or if you feel you are in danger. Under any of these circumstances, the Meteorological Services of Trinidad and Tobago will issue public notices which may take the form of bulletins. These provide detailed information about specific threats such as flash flooding and high winds. Severe weather bulletins. This is limited to weather that can cause serious disruptions and damage due to one or more of the following: flooding, damaging winds, severe thunderstorms, or choppy seas. A tropical storm watch. Tropical storm conditions are possible in the specified areas of the watch, usually within 48 hours. A tropical storm warning. Tropical storm or hurricane conditions are possible in the specified areas of the warning, usually within 36 hours. A hurricane watch. Hurricane conditions are possible in the specified area of the watch, usually within 48 hours. And a hurricane warning. Hurricane conditions are expected in the specified area of the warning, usually within 36 hours. These bulletins are comprehensive and specific, so keep a radio and fresh batteries close by to continually monitor the situation for updates or instructions. For further information on weather and the role of the meteorological services, feel free to visit our website www.metoffice.gov.tt. With knowledge and preparation, we can weather anything that nature may offer.